Good afternoon. You're listening to us on 92.7 WXFC LP, and I'm Kevin Painter here along with the undefeated 7AA coach, Chad Cheatham. Coach, welcome. Glad to have you back. I know you're tired. Wow, what? I know you're laughing about that. What a great season. I know you have to wake up in the morning, kind of pinch yourself, make sure you're not in this dream world. We talked about this early on in the start of the season, what your goals were, and now the goals have become reality. Still got some games left that we want to win and take it to the house, but man, what have y'all done already at this point? I mean, what a great season for the Rebels. Big win this past Friday night, Heard County, they come in here big and bad, and
they were big.
They were big old boys.
Big is true.
And we sent them packing back south with a big win. The final score was 21-14. 21-14, and just an amazing game. Top to bottom, players just excelled. Every week we have somebody new that steps up to the plate. All these kids have played hard all year, but we have somebody new step up every week. And it may be the same kids, but in a different position. You just got some great kids, some great athletes, and I just commend you on that.
Thank you.
Golly, let's just go back and let's just talk about Friday night. Unfortunately, I had to watch it from afar, way afar in South Georgia. I was off with my daughter. But let me tell you something. I was live and on location, sitting there listening to every word beforehand. I wasn't going to miss it, and it was an exciting game. I was sitting there intense watching it on Rebel TV. But just a lot of great things. So let's talk about, here you got Seth Reese, 26 carries for 172 yards against a playoff team, Heard County, as big as they were.
Sure, they did huge up front. That's just a testament to our line of scrimmage. And we challenged them. We knew it was going to be one on both sides in the trenches, and our guys did a great job.
The offensive line was incredible. When you have a back have that many yards, everybody looks at that player and, that's great for that player. And I'm not taking, Reese's, I've said, many, many times, he gets more yards after contact. But you still don't get to that point without great blocking from your line, and they did a great job against the big boys. But Reese was awesome. Luke started out awesome, and trust me, he played very hurt and in a lot of pain.
He did.
He's a competitor and stayed in there with it. He tried to throw some balls, and with that ankle hurting, he couldn't be effective.
Still made some good throws, effective throws.
He did. Luke is a competitor, but Luke played a great game. But when things get going tough, there's always somebody that steps up. I was a little concerned, when we got back in our first punt situation and Jalen in there to punt, and I thought, Luke's been punting all year, and I thought this is going to be interesting. And wow, did Jalen Ingram step up?
And he's punted well all year in a backup role when we've needed it, and even at practice. So we felt very confident with him. There was never a doubt. There's no telling what he averaged.
He averaged 40. He averaged 39 yards. 40. But he had one that was over 50, and just.
He's just a phenomenal athlete. He can do whatever he needs to do.
He is. I know he got beaten, banged up a little bit in that game.
He's beat up a little bit too.
But like I said, offense played well, put up 21 points. But the defense really held Heard County, and that was what was good. I mean, the same old guys again. We got Big Micah with 8 total tackles. We got Kaysen with 8 total tackles. I'm taking this off the top of my head, but Micah had 3 tackles for loss. Kaysen had 1 tackle for loss. I mean, they were all over the field.
Carson Collis. 4 knockdowns. That one at the end in the end zone was gigantic.
Well, he was playing against a star athlete.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. And then you had Mercer on the big pressure where Reese got the pick, which was big.
Mercer played an incredible game and put that hurry in there. We were all excited at that. And then Rico came in and made some great.
Rico came in and played. We've kind of been hoping that guy. He's given us a lot of depth up there now, though.
Yeah. Let's talk about our Kevin Painter Insurance Players of the Week. Congratulations, offense, Andre Bivens. Andre had a great game, had a big catch for touchdown there. He was, I think, 6 catches for 49 yards in that touchdown. Then you got defense, Carson Collis, just, great kid out there battling every play against a great big old boy. And then Jalen Ingram, special teams of the week punting. And then, scout team Jackson Davis did a great job, obviously giving some good looks and imitating Heard County. So I know you're proud of all these kids.
Absolutely, great job.
And again, just like I said, talking back on defense, that was a very intense game. You just kept coming back. They had good athletes. They missed some opportunities. They threw the ball deep on us a few times, and we got some breaks.
Well, I think in any game when you get to this point, you've got to have some breaks. You got to make the breaks and play for the breaks. And I told our defensive staff that's about as good as I've seen, in my life since I've been coaching. Adam and Jeff and Chuck just did. It was amazing what they did with that defense to keep 12 in check and to keep that back and keep that quarterback in check. And those bodies, they averaged about 275 across the front. And it was a thing of beauty to watch that game plan unfold.
Well, it was. And here's something I observed the other night, having to watch it on TV. I'm usually there, calling the game. And I want to talk about those guys. They did a great job calling the game the other night. But sitting there watching on camera and seeing the intensity that your coaches get into. You're there and you put all that you're making big decisions, but you're letting your coaches coach those teams.
Oh, always. I mean, that's I'll never. I hired them for a reason. To do their job, and they do a great job. And I let them have at it.
I know parents and all the players, all of them are proud and respect those coaches. They do a tremendous job, and y'all have all year done a tremendous job of that. But it was kind of cool sitting there watching intensity. You're seeing college. You're seeing, all the coaches sitting there at Thig Pen. They're all into that game, doing their job, staying focused to help us win that game.
It's hard to explain 48 minutes on the sideline in a high school football game. It's out of body experience for sure.
Hey, we certainly don't want to go away from this game without, I know Corbin Davenport. That's the name we hadn't talked a lot.
Big return right there. And we're going to use him more this week as he matures and starts working into the game plan. The guy can run, he's athlete, he can catch, and, it's going to be.
I seen him get that ball and turn that corner. I was like, who is this kid?
And then he'll run over. The guy's not scared of anything.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. So, there's always somebody out there, somebody stepping up. But now, Coach, here we go. We got a big time game. We've got Fitzgerald, the number one AA team in the state, coming to Fannin County.
Right. They're a good football team.
The Purple Hurricanes.
Yeah, they're a good football team. There's no doubt about it. But we're a good football team.
Absolutely.
You can look at matchups and this and that all you want to. At this time of the year, there are no bad football teams.
Nope, there's not.
And I was talking to a buddy of mine this morning. He said, "What does Fitzgerald look like?" And I said, "They're very pretty when you look at them now."
Yep.
And he said, "But you know what, Coach? Y'all look pretty too."
Yeah.
And so you get to 8 teams left, and we've been in 2 heavyweight fights, and
you took them to the distance.
And we did. And these kids have played Cedar Grove. These kids have played Calhoun. They played GAC. They're not going to back down or be intimidated by these guys at all. And that's not being arrogant. That's just how they play. They don't get rattled. They don't watch the scoreboard. We just snap the ball and we play.
And you never, even playing from behind the week before when we was playing pace, playing from behind, they didn't get rattled. A lot of teams have folded up and went to the house. Yeah. You kept battling and come back in those. And that's what, we've been a sleeper team. I'll just, say it right now. Nobody expected us to be where we're at this year. I know as a coach you desired to be there, the players, but really no one expected us to be there. So all these kids have got, in the coaching staff, just kudos to you because you've done something that others didn't expect you to do. And you've done a great job, and we got a lot of awards. I know we're taping this right now, and it's going to go live here in a little bit. We got some special announcements that we certainly want to recognize these kids. And Coach, I'm just going to let you talk about who the offensive player of the year and the defensive player of the year.
Well, our region meeting happened this morning, and we've got our 7AA all region team and players of the year. The player of the year for 7AA, which is the total, the entire, the best player in the entire region, was Luke Holloway, which that's unbelievable.
It is.
And then the defensive player of the year in 7AA was Mike O'Neill. So
just incredible. Both those kids give it 110%.
And we had first team offense. We had Mason Bundy, Rico Arianas. We had Kahutta Hyde, Seth Reese. And then on the second team, we're looking at Dylan Collins and Andre Bivens. And then first team defense, we had Dalton Ross, Casey Owensby, McKay Turner, Carson Collis. Go down to second-team defense. We had James Mercer, Andrew Waldrop, Jake Sands. So that's pretty good.
Oh, it is. I mean,
about 16 kids.
But you're missing one, Coach. I mean, we're missing one. Coach of the Year. I already know who the Coach of the Year is, and congratulations, it's our own Coach Chad Cheatham. Tremendous job. I know that goes to you, and you're very humble from that. But it goes to coaching staff too.
It goes to our coaching staff. Yeah. It goes to our kids.
Absolutely. Just congratulations to all those kids and you personally and your coaching staff on a tremendous job. I mean, you're going to be hearing this in a couple hours. Like I said, we're taping it now, knowing it. Kids don't know it. They're about to know it here in a little bit. So
yeah, they'll know it just a little bit.
Just super excited for all these. But, we got the Purple Hurricanes. We got about a minute or so to go here. Let's talk about them. Who do we got to watch for on the Purple Hurricanes?
22 of them.
22 kids, 11 on each side.
11 on offense, 11 on defense. Great special teams. Now, number 3 is their go-to guy offensively. He's a tremendous athlete. He's got several D1 offers, and I'm not sure he's going to pick. They play him everywhere. They play him at quarterback. They play him at receiver. They play him at free safety. They'll play him at corner. They'll play him everywhere. He's
an athlete.
He is, extremely great athlete. Then, a good quarterback, a tailback, very good up front, and then on defense. When you see a defense and their nose and tackles and linebackers all have a number from 2 to 20. What you know is that they're about 6'2", 215 and can run, and that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, and they that's why they're here.
Right.
That's why they're number one in the state.
There's no fluff up there. I told Chuck Patterson, I think up front on defense, their percent body fat averages about 4%.
Little bit less than mine.
Yeah, a little bit less than mine. Also, they can run. They're runners and hitters.
Yeah, well, it's going to.
We are too.
Absolutely. I mean, we got kids that just get out there and they will put pound for pound, put a hit on you that's gonna hurt. And I know we got some kids that are beaten, banged up, and we're not sitting here trying to give anything away. It's pretty obvious. I know Cahuta's had some injuries. Luke's had some injuries.
We're gonna be all right. It's that time of the year, and it'd be like saying George Foreman, Mike Tyson coming out and fighting two weeks in a row. You're going to have some of those bumps and bruises, but the key for us at practice right now is to stay out of the cold as much as possible. Keep off, don't pound away. There's no need right now. It's all about scheme and effort and execution on Friday night.
You're right. Now I know there's a little confusion. The game's 7 or 7:30.
7:30. All games are 7:30.
I thought so, but I've seen some of the stuff published.
Yeah, all games are 7:30.
Well, the good news is if you think it's at 7 and you get here early, you're going to be
right.
early.
That's
you don't
right.
want to be late because Friday night, folks, we've got the big game, third round of the playoff. If my information is correct, Fannin County has never had a team make it this far. Is that correct?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I mean, this third round of the state playoffs, we're down to the final 8.
Yes, sir. Final 8.
So just a tremendous effort. And, folks, we need you out here Friday night. That game's going to kick off at 7:30. The weather's going to be good. Looking, it's not going to be too cold. It's not going to be too warm. We want you here in the stadium this Friday night watching these Rebels. These kids deserve your support. And get out here. We've had huge crowds in here. You want to get here early, get you a good seat. We're going to be bringing it to you live also on Rebel Radio at 92.7. And we're also going to be bringing it to you. A lot of people don't realize this, but if you'll go to Fannin Rebel TV, you can click on. We had 1,400 people last week viewing that. We had some great sponsors that are sponsoring that. We have to pay the Georgia High School Association to do that, but my company, Kevin Painter Insurance, Mountain Valley Bank, Go Green Spray Foam, sponsored that, and I think we're all on board for it this week, so we appreciate you doing that. We want you here in the stands, but if you can't make it, definitely get on TV and watch that Fannin Rebel, www.Fannin Rebel TV. You'll see click here for live football, and you'll see us. You'll get to hear play-by-play, myself, Andy Arp, and Matthew Queen giving you the play-by-play, and a big kudos and thanks to Chris Mathis last week filling in for me. He did a tremendous job. You got to hear a professional. Now you're going back to the hick this Friday night in me. But, Coach, again, a big kudos to you. Congratulations. You making Fannin County proud. We're going to be here live this Friday night, so get out here and support our Rebels. You've been listening to us on 92.7 WXFC LP, and we'll take you back to live music.